Welcome to this episode of Conspiracy Cast. Right here on Tales of Earth, a show where we sit down, we three non-experts, and discuss a conspiracy of some kind. Then we decide whether or not we believe it and why. We do this live on twitch.tv/eligiblemonster every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can also support us by subscribing to this channel. You can also find some of the Tales of Earth merch through the link below. That should be a
It's
band.
cool merch.
That should be a band. The
They're
link
wearing
below. Or you can go to
shirts.
patreon.com. Yeah, I love the Illuminati shirt. It's always hidden.
It is.
Just like the Illuminati. Or you can go to patreon.com/comicstorian where you can get early access to this show as well as other shows. Today we have with us
I am Dan,
the voice of Cthulhu.
voice of Cthulhu, that
Yep.
if you were watching the stream, you would know about.
It's like the mouth of Sauron, but Dan's
Or the
his
Metatron.
voice. Or the Metatron, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we have
Andy,
Andy,
the voice of nothing.
the voice of nothing. Oh,
I would
The
have
voice
said
of
the
Guinness.
voice of many voices.
the voice of Guinness in the morning.
This you don't know me.
And then me, Gary. How you doing?
The voice of the show.
The voice of the show.
Yeah.
All right, so today we're actually going to be talking about something that entered the news recently
Yes.
that I hadn't, and I'm actually glad that we waited for this because this is perfect timing. We were going to talk about this last week before the news dropped, but we will be talking about Area 51. And
We have detailed plans, blueprints. Sorry.
all right, so imagine a place where extraterrestrials park their spaceships after a night on the cosmic town. By their
When did Area 51 become like a B&B?
yeah, like a pit stop or like a parking garage.
I wasn't prepped for that. Go ahead.
That was unexpected.
By park their car, by park their spaceships, I mean crash them carelessly into the Nevada desert. Before we begin, what do you guys think is going on or has transpired at Area 51? What are your opinions? Your initial opinions before we dive into this.
I think some sketchy stuff's going on, but I do not think it's aliens.
Would you say it's sketch balls?
I would say sketch balls.
That should be a movie too, or a show.
Sketch balls.
Yeah, featuring Roxley
If you
Bolter.
don't think it's aliens, what do you think it is?
I don't know, but I feel like if aliens are smart enough to get here, they
wouldn't be
probably,
crashing.
well, not only the crashing, but I feel like they would send at least someone to come retrieve it.
Right? Yeah, like,
And
hey,
that we would definitely know about.
Where did Steve go? I don't know.
Yeah.
He was making a pit stop on his way back from Uranus. And sorry.
You did that
I-
entire thing
just
to make
to say
that
that
joke.
It's like, no, Andy, it's Uranus, and you're like, no, Uranus.
It's like the Futurama. No, the scientists renamed the planet to get rid of that joke. What is it now? Eurectum.
Your rectum. Yes, it's actually pronounced Eurectum, which doesn't sound any
It
better.
doesn't sound any better. If anything, it sounds worse.
Yeah, what do you guys think is going on at
So
Area
I had
51?
recently had to do some research on Area 51.
Okay.
Yes, you have.
And so they declassified several documents.
Mm-hmm.
You
I remember that.
talking about they were
During the Freedom of Information Act.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they were talking about it was a lot of fighter jet and propulsion systems and things
Yeah.
like that. Working on that sort of stuff, which I believe is true.
Sure.
However, they didn't declassify everything.
Well, of course not.
And they were just like, everyone's like, we know what's going on in Area 51 now. And they were like, hey, this is what we did since like the 40s up until like the 80s.
Yes.
But what about after that? Don't worry about after
Don't worry
that.
about it. Yeah.
Wait, you got to wait
Yeah.
another 20 years
Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
installment of the.
But everyone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's no conspiracy. They told us what they were doing.
Oh, that's what every major news source
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
It's like
like,
the truth
yeah,
behind
come on.
Area 51.
Yeah,
Yes.
like-
They gave us these documents. They don't lie.
Yeah, why would Area 51 lie about it? Yeah.
Half of it was blacked out.
I
and
mean,
redacted.
yeah.
I mean,
It looks official because they can fake stuff like that.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny while doing the research. Everyone's like, the secrets behind Area 51. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, these
no.
are the secrets
Yeah.
they want you to know
Right.
about.
Yes.
So you'll
Which
shut
adds
up
to the
about 'em.
conspiracy.
Yes. So they're not really secrets.
Yes.
They're, strategically placed non-lies.
So now, are there aliens at Area 51? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe,
why it's a
possible.
secret.
maybe the aliens are actually running Area 51, and it's not a government base. It's legitimately
An alien base.
And instead of aliens crashing and getting captured
Yes,
at
yeah.
Area 51, they created Area 51
And said
then
we could work
sent
there?
their lizard person intern
Yeah.
to go
So-
infiltrate the military and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I opened a base. Don't get mad.
Their intern
Don't
Zorb.
get mad.
Don't get mad.
Yeah.
I already like hired everyone for it. You don't have to do anything. Don't stop by. I got it.
Here's my theory: is now Area 51 is where the server farm for the mass simulation is.
Oh. Or apparently it's the nightclub for aliens.
Or it's the nightclub for aliens, according to
Not the
Gary.
nightclub, like the parking garage.
Or the parking
Yeah, yeah,
garage.
yeah.
That's where they get out. They're like,
Area 52 is the nightclub.
Remember
Yeah,
where
Area
we
52,
parked?
yeah.
Area
Roswell.
52. No, it's Area 51.
Area 51.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm parked in the
lot
M
B.
lot. Oh, I went in
Lot
M.
B. Oh, yeah. But it's like Disneyland, you know, where you have like
We're in the
characters.
Ursula lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the Ursula lot, yeah. We're in the
Ursula.
lizard person lot. They're in the
Oh, see,
mermaid
I'm
lot,
over at
yeah.
Goofy.
Yeah, I'm over at Goofy. Okay, so
He's an alien.
firstly, Area 51, also known as Dreamland,
Yes.
is not the secret. There's this like debate as to whether or not Area 51 is actually a secret. It's
No, it's not. We know it's
The
there.
base
We know
itself?
it's there.
Yes,
We
We
didn't.
have seen it.
Yes,
You can literally stand there
Yes.
and go, hey, look.
you can like
Area
you
51.
could I almost said map
shoot
quest.
you, but-
I almost said map
let
quest.
me sign a petition,
yeah.
petition online and raid this place.
because that'll go well.
Chuck
Yeah.
Norris is going. You're safe.
I'm just gonna stand behind Chuck Norris.
I just know that
Be fine.
I want to insult him and see if a beard comes or a fist comes
comes
out of his beard.
Yeah.
then you'll know he's an alien, and they're
Man,
all just going home. It's actually how many people was it?
It was
More
a decent
than
amount of people.
600,000 people.
Yeah, it was a decent amount.
It's
Oh,
actually
wow.
600,000 extraterrestrials trying to hitch a ride home.
That makes sense.
And you know, it's a bunch of people going, "Get me off this planet!"
Just, I don't want to be here anymore. MTV.
I heard you're cheaper than Elon Musk to get to Mars.
And they're like, actually, he's pretty he's
Elon
pretty
Musk
reliable.
was an alien.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to leave because he has the upper hand here.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I didn't realize until doing this research that it was also called Dreamland.
Yes.
Yes, I've
So
never
that's
heard
a
of that.
creepy title for Area 51.
Yes.
Why not like Oasis? That would be cool.
That would be
also
cool.
a band.
It is great band.
Also
Great
aliens.
band. Oasis,
Okay, so
sorry.
Area 51. Area 51 is not the secret. Its existence is well known and has been for a long time. The conspiracies surround its contents is the issue. So the actual issue with Area 51 is not whether or not it exists or where it is. It's what's going on there and what
Right.
has been going on there. Like touch on just a little bit of some of your research as to like the contents of Area 51.
So basically, from the research I did, it's mostly I forget. It's the Lockheed something is the nomenclature for it. It's various
Right.
different jet propulsion systems,
Okay.
stealth systems,
Yep. Right.
that were used during like the Cold War and things like that
Yeah.
by the CIA and the Air Force.
Which you wouldn't want out because that defeats the purpose
Right,
of
exactly.
stealth.
Yes.
There was, various planes that were like high altitude recon planes, so that
Drones
wouldn't be,
and stuff.
yeah, drones. There was different drone propulsion systems
Right.
that were made there, and that sort of thing. So that is, because one of the conspiracies is that, at least from the list I read while doing the research, was
Yeah.
that they're working on top secret propulsion systems. Yes,
Well,
so
sure.
that one's confirmed. Yes, that's what
Right.
they were doing.
if you want an upper
one of
hand
the-
on the world stage,
Yes,
you
you're-
got to do things in secret.
yeah, you're not going to
Yeah.
tell them, hey, by the way, we're working on this
Yeah.
stealth fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's almost as if everyone has an R&D department.
Right.
Right.
Every country in the world that has a healthy military or a government
Has some
of
sort
any
of
kind.
secret
Yes.
R&D project.
Exactly.
That's just
You
how
just-
it works.
that's just how it works.
Otherwise, I mean, everyone else knows what to
And
expect.
I actually I believe in the fact that information should be available to the public, but the public does not deserve to know everything. If you want your government,
Yes.
What an odd contradiction. Yes. I think
I
everyone should
believe-
be allowed to know everything, but not everyone
not
deserves to know
I don't
everything.
think we should know everything. I don't think we should know everything. I do believe that
Not
most
a
of
right, it's a privilege.
right. I believe that most of our governments or any government's goings on should be public. But when it comes to things like military projects and it comes to top secret like weaponry and
Sure,
technology,
yeah.
that should be secret.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I believe I have a right to know like
Right.
what my
Taxpaying
what-
dollars is
yeah,
going
what
towards,
things are going to, or at least like the surface level stuff.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
Like how things are being run, like what's going on.
Or like a continuous, you will always know 20 years ago and further of these things.
Exactly.
'Cause
I mean, that's
within
usually
20
what
years,
happens, yeah.
You would have advanced and you would have revealed to the world what was
Hey,
being
by the way,
worked
we
on.
work, and that's really what it came
Yeah.
down to. They were
Right.
like, okay, well, from I want to say
Because it's like, well, everyone's
first
got it
ro-
now, so hey, guess what?
Well,
We
yeah,
were
it's
working
kind of
on
what it was, and like we've progressed so far that a lot of the stuff, the actual planes that they were building the propulsion systems for, are
Right.
declassified at this point.
Yeah.
Right, because they're
we've moved on.
they're inferior now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
So
obsolete.
I want to say the earliest report was from 48. I want to say I could be wrong. It's been a couple weeks since I read it.
It's a lot.
But that's when that was like their first like
Yeah.
recon plane, which I want to say
Right.
was the Lockheed something or other.
Right.
And then it kind of just went from there.
Right. So when they come out with these documents, they basically say like, all right, well, here's our top secret information that we are not making available to the public. Here's
Yeah.
our
Right.
here's our like top of the line technology.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, this
Like,
is from
this
it's
looks like
papers
it's
from the 40s.
Yeah, no,
It's
trust
a
me,
folder
that's yeah.
got top secret
Yeah.
stamped
Yeah.
on it, and someone just got a Sharpie and crossed it out.
Yeah, no,
There
it's
you go.
redacted.
Here you
now,
go.
It's good.
Yeah. So what can we give to the public? Give them this. It'll keep
There's
them.
actually
And I want to say
second stand
the
that's
last
not
report was from
so top secret.
the late 80s, maybe early 90s.
Okay.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
So
it
almost-
might be a little later.
Like
About
20 to
20 something
30
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it was in the 80s that Area 51. The government finally admitted. The U.S. government finally admitted that Area
That it
51
actually
even
existed, yeah.
Yes. Despite the fact that you could get pictures of it.
Right.
But they weren't going to come right out and say like,
Right.
this is what it's called. This is what we do
Yeah.
here. Blah blah blah.
Well, because you also don't
Yeah.
want to reveal where it is.
No.
But the thing,
Because there's like
the thing
hey,
is, it's a military base in the middle of nowhere. So like you know where it is as long as you know, like if for the people who have seen it, they're driving by and there's this
Exactly.
big military base in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Why would there be a big military base
Right.
literally in the middle
well,
of
I
nowhere?
wasn't referring to people there. I was actually more referring to other countries and such.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because if
Yeah, yeah.
a war were to break out, those are the first targeted locations.
Sure.
Oh sure.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like you don't want the other people to know, hey, we're working on stuff to use against you
Yeah,
in this
yeah, yeah.
location.
That's true.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, that's
information
where
gets
like
leaked.
one of the theories is that Area 51 is itself now just like a facade. That it's,
Yeah.
it's
Well, I
just
believe
a
that. Like
false
the- like
location.
the-
yeah.
Now it's all about
secret-
Area 52.
Right.
The secret society meeting that's at that big, well-known hotel. It's
Right.
like, well, okay,
Yeah.
we're not
The
gonna-
Bilderberg.
Yeah, Bilderberg.
Yeah, the
thank you.
Bilderberg group.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, okay, it's not a secret if
Right.
everybody knows where you meet.
I mean, when they actually
Right.
raid Area 51, they're going to show them, what are these U-Haul trucks for?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've actually moved
The
everything.
place,
They're
place
like,
is
"We know what you're
empty.
doing."
It's a museum.
It's like
now.
one drunk guard.
Hey, welcome to Area 51.
Hey, did you see that alien? He just drove right by you. I swear to God.
yeah.
Swear to Cthulhu.
Those spinners.
He was right
I swear to
So-
space alien Jesus.
According
space
to
boat.
Encyclopedia
It's a reptilian.
according to Encyclopedia Britannica, Area 51, secret U.S. Air Force military installation located at Groom Lake in southern Nevada. Yeah, secret because if you know where it is, it's
Yes.
a secret. It is administered by Edwards Air Force Base in Southern California.
Yes.
The installation has been the focus of numerous conspiracies involving extraterrestrial life, though its only confirmed use is as a flight testing facility.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, and then we'll move on over to this really old website, which looks like a lot of fun. Area 51. This is from everything.
GeoCities?
The website is www.aliens. Everythingyouwanttoknow.com.
That's
No, wait. Now, hold on.
hyphens, just so you know.
Now, hold
Yeah.
on. Is this everything we want to know about aliens, or is this everything the aliens want to know?
Oh.
Ooh, aliens. Everything you want to
wanna
know.
know, yeah.
Huh?
Like they made us a
Apparently they got
website.
Wi-Fi out there.
They've got 5G. That's where we got it from.
Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
Area
I didn't mean to
51, Dreamland is the code name for Area 51. Area 51 is a secret military base about 90 miles north of Las Vegas, Nevada. It is also known as Groom Lake, named for the dry lake bed the military base is sitting on. The size of the base is 6 miles wide by 10 miles long. That is massive. Recently, the federal government has seized an additional 85,000 acres surrounding the base to keep observers at a distance.
Damn.
I don't know when this was written. I think that was some time ago.
Based on the website.
And when
yeah.
it was first established too, originally it was established, and it was kind of, they didn't use it as much, at least according to the information we have
Right.
now.
Right.
And then when they started to build it up, there were several like civilian mining companies kind of in the area, and they basically the government was like, all right, you're done. See you later. Which probably didn't help with the conspiracy.
Oh,
where,
no,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
government
no, no,
shows
no,
up
We
and
don't want
goes,
you going
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
just go away if you
Get-
could. That'd
get
be
out of
great.
here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
What if it's like, never mind.
I didn't mean to. Yeah, just
Oh, no.
Part of that.
No, it's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They just like kick people
this
off
is
the light.
this is based off of the research I did.
Right. The base is actually a facade to a tunnel that goes underground all the way to Vegas, and they do stuff there.
That's actually what it's for. It's so government employees can secretly go to Vegas
Yeah.
and gamble.
Exactly.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, they would not have to reveal their secrets because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happens in Area 51 stays in Area 51. That should be a T-shirt.
That,
All right. Contained somewhere on the
Don't take that,
grounds.
Benny.
Yeah.
Betty, we're making a new shirt.
He's playing Destiny.
Okay.
He's
Yep.
not paying attention.
Contained and drinking G Fuel. Contained somewhere in the grounds, on the grounds, is a large airbase that the U.S. government will not discuss, except they do.
Except
It
they
is
do,
considered
yeah.
so sensitive
Except it
that
isn't.
only those who take an oath of secrecy for life are allowed in. Civilian, I believe that. I mean, if what you're working on is really top secret, like you take an oath of secrecy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's
it's
just what you
essentially
do.
a weird way of saying an NDA agreement.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
not
exactly,
just
yeah.
oath of secrecy. Now, somebody who's been in the military, there's no
Yeah.
oath
Well, it's like
of
a,
secrecy.
yeah, well, it's like a contract.
Yeah, you
basically.
do sign NDA
Yes.
agreements for certain
Yes,
things.
exactly.
Yes.
But I'm sure if
I
it's,
like
if it's
I
that,
like oath
yeah.
of secrecy. It sounds better.
I like oath of secrecy. Whenever I get like an email, hey, we need you to sign this NDA. Do you mean an oath of secrecy?
That's what you should respond with.
Yes, barely.
Yes.
I will take this
Yes,
oath
barely.
of secrecy.
Oh man.
Oh goodness.
Civilian contractors and others who work at the base are flown in every morning aboard unmarked planes with blacked out windows. That pretty much gives it away. It is said that structures are built deep into the desert floor, which buildings go down, with buildings going down 30 to 40 stories below the surface.
The blacked out airplane thing is no longer accurate either.
Okay.
So they no longer do that. Yeah.
Okay,
They did.
great.
That
They
was
did. They
that
did
was
at one time,
apparently
yep.
something they did for a long
Yep.
time.
And that's
Before
a-
they built up what Area 51 was, because now there's actual like living quarters. In
Right.
Oh, cool.
Supposedly, according.
Is it,
I mean,
they
if you
released.
take an oath of secrecy,
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
not allowed off
yeah,
the base.
Yeah, I'm sure you're allowed off the base.
Nope.
You're
That's
like,
it.
You're like,
Your life
it's,
is Area
yeah.
51.
your life is Area 51.
They slip it in at the end of the oath, so you're already committed.
So you get like
You
the
repeat
tour.
after
You're like-
me, and I will live here forever and never leave.
Ah, damn it.
Oh wait,
crap.
come on,
got
you
me.
tricked me. You got me.
Stupid government.
It's like,
people.
but seriously, we have a lovely theater and a
They do.
coffee shop, and I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they do, actually, yeah.
I'm
Don't
sure they
worry.
have like
We
all the
got free
amenities.
popcorn.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you're gonna live somewhere in the middle of, basically in the middle of
need
nowhere,
free
Yeah,
popcorn.
it's
You're
not
gonna-
like a normal military base where you can
Right.
just like, oh, I'm gonna go off post and go into town.
No. Right.
There's no town.
No.
Is there a
Except for
Starbucks
90
there?
miles away.
Except
Probably.
from
Yeah, probably.
underground Vegas.
Yeah, well, sure.
So it's like a one-way trip to employment with Starbucks.
Kind of, yeah.
They're like, well, you're gonna work at Area 51 forever.
Take
know,
this oath of secrecy.
I
this
heard
oath of
KFC
secrecy.
actually has an oath of secrecy about their.
There's
The spice recipe.
Yeah, the spices.
The use of deadly force. The perimeter of the base is covered with ground sensors and listening devices to detect even the smallest intrusion. It is also heavily patrolled by armed guards from the Wakenhut Corporation, a very serious private security firm. These guys aren't your normal rent-a-cops that local concert promoters use. Oh, that's good to know. In short, they will kill you.
yeah.
End of story. This is actually true. There are
If that is
warning
the
signs.
case-
Oh, yes. There
I'm
are,
very
yeah.
curious about this
Yes.
raid.
Well, yeah, there are warning signs all over the perimeter that say if you cross this line, we will shoot you.
We can't shoot you.
And-
Yes.
Yes.
And it's one of those ones where it's like, well, if thousands of people do it, what would they do?
Shoot
Because
them.
I doubt they
No,
want to be known
I
as,
highly doubt the
well, there
government's
was
just gonna mow down
like a
600,000.
mass slaughter of
Yeah.
the
No,
people
I
that decided to
think-
raid Area 51.
I think what's going to happen is if the petition is successful and they are allowed to tour.
For the
Area
record, I
51.
didn't realize it was a petition. I thought it was a bunch of people that were going to show up.
They were like,
no.
oh, we're gonna run, we're
Basically-
gonna
Well,
knock down the
everyone-
fence and
Yeah.
go.
Everywhere I read it,
Well, they're calling
they
it a
were-
raid.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when I hear raid, I think, oh, a bunch
Yes.
of people that are going to storm a building.
They're gonna
a
log
bunch
into
of
the server.
like 600,000 conspiracy
Yeah.
theorists raiding Area 51. That'll go well. No, it's
Just
it's
trip them,
basically
all
a
their
petition.
glasses will fall off. I can't
Right.
see.
It's a petition for Area 51 to open its doors.
Yeah.
for people, to let people in. But the funny thing about that is if you want proof of alien life or you want proof of something like nefarious,
I was going to say, if they agree to that, they're just going to hide the stuff.
exactly, they're
They
going
like,
to be like,
yeah.
so when are they going to be here? We agreed to Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, move everything out.
By the way,
like make it
Wednesday
all
we're
nice
opening
and then
Area
bring it all back.
52.
Yeah, move it all over there. Actually, just
one over.
move it into like the warehouse next door, and then close the door. We'll let them in. They'll get the tour, and we'll
Yeah.
let them back out. Yeah, we'll let the aliens back out.
Yeah.
Like,
And
like
we'll
they're
just
like
make
you're
sure
going to be on
for
the
the-
tour and you're going to come around the room. There's going to be an alien standing there like, oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
You're
come on.
No,
Okay.
no, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's just our Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
fine. He's fine. Don't worry about him.
It's
He starts singing a song, and you're like, oh, clearly this isn't
Oh,
Oompa
so I
Loompa.
imagine
Some
like
guy motions
yeah.
to him and he starts doing the dance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's what I am. I'm an Oompa Loompa. Yo.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't understand human culture. Like,
Yeah,
he's
no, I
just
got you,
guessing
I
at
got
this
you.
point.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just guessing. So the board of directors of the Wake Hut Corporation reads like a who's who of the intelligence community. Here are some of the guys who are said to be or have been on the board. Admiral Bobby Ray Inman. Bobby Ray, former deputy CIA director and a bunch of other highly military positions. If you know anything about the military, you know who this guy is. I don't.
I don't know anything about the military, so I
A bunch of
don't
other
know who that is.
names nobody's going to care about. So what's the big deal? Area 51 was first opened in 1955 as a testing facility for the U-2 spy plane being developed by Lockheed Aircraft. Area 51 has since become a popular symbol for the U.S. government alien/UFO cover-up. Area 51 is supposedly where recovered alien spacecraft are being tested and reverse engineered to learn how they work. The S4 is a parcel of land that is a part of Area 51. The most secret research actually takes place there, or so we've been told. So, let's see here. Secret? Hardly. This military base is so well known that every school kid in America recognizes its name. It has been part of the UFO researchers' vocabulary for decades. Every military power in the world is aware of Area 51. As part of the international treaty called the Open Skies Treaty, the United States government is required to fly other countries over the base upon demand.
It's fine if your research is done deep underground.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If they
that's
won't-
a
Yep, there it
warehouse.
is. I don't see anything. I know.
That's kind of the point.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
The U.S. government has reciprocal privileges for their bases. Not only that, but Area 51 is not. So if you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Like, not only that, but Area 51 is
Military fairness right
yeah,
there.
not just a U.S. base. It is an international base being run by a consortium of many countries.
I heard to
so-
get into that act, you have to take an oath of secrecy.
An oath of secrecy.
It's a blood
Actually,
oath.
to work at EM, you got to take an oath of secrecy.
Yes.
Yep. You're giving me that look like I shouldn't say anymore.
Yes, that was part of the oath, Gary.
That was a part of the oath.
Seriously.
I'm not
The last
supposed to
line
know.
is, and don't talk about the oath.
Well, I missed it. Okay.
See, this is exactly what happened
Well,
to
Benny
Phil.
swore me. Benny swore
Have
me.
you ever heard of him?
Benny probably forgot
Benny
it.
swore me in.
He was like,
Yeah,
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 say the
yeah,
oath.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, the oath, all right.
No, he's like playing a game
Secret
and watching
oath.
a movie and like doing all these things. Like,
Yeah.
so here's the oath, and repeat after me. And he's like reading it.
I swear.
Accidentally
shit, this
throws
guy-
in Final Fantasy
Yeah,
terms
he's
in
like,
there.
Yeah.
I swear, oh no, my hotkeys are gone. And Gary's like, oh no, my hotkeys are gone.
That's exactly how it went. Yeah.
This raid is taking forever, and this raid is taking
Taking forever. Poppy Hill. Papa Hill. I don't understand.
Okay, anyway, sign this.
Anyway, yeah, sign this. You're good. Okay, so we're going to move on to this breaking news, relatively breaking news. Storm Area 51. More than 600,000 people sign up to raid secretive military base to see them aliens. This is brought to
I
us
like how
by
everyone
the
says
Independent.
"see them aliens."
See
Yeah.
them
I've seen that on like
aliens.
4 different websites.
That
Well, that's a
and-
part of the oath.
I feel like they don't fully understand what raiding means. I feel like this is the same as like when someone else guesses someone's password and they're like, I just hacked your account. It's like,
Yeah, this
no,
is probably exactly the
you
same basic
guessed
concept.
the password.
Yeah, basically they're going to show up to Area 51 to the perimeter, and they're going to ring the
my
doorbell.
badge.
Like, so there's about 600,000 people at the door. What do we do?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Don't
I
let
feel
them in.
bad for that guard.
Yeah,
Right.
Sir. Yeah, we got a situation under.
yeah.
How many are there this time? 600,000.
Okay,
They
well,
have literally surrounded the Area
and they have
51.
yeah, and they have Chuck Norris and Keanu
So they
Reeves.
have Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
and Keanu
yeah,
Reeves.
yeah,
Chuck Norris, let them in.
Yes, let them in. Oh, did I also mention Keanu Reeves? What the? They have Keanu Reeves with them.
Oh, by the way, Shaggy.
Just let him in.
Just let them in. Just let them in. And they're all
want
like,
this
like
kind of trouble.
getting all giddy.
Yeah.
And,
I get my autograph.
So over 600,000 people have signed up to an event to storm Area 51, the top secret U.S. military base. Stop calling it top secret.
It's not top.
It's not top secret.
I mean, technically is.
No.
The
Technically
contents.
speaking, the contents are top secret.
Yes.
The base itself is not top
Exactly.
secret. It's not even secret at this point.
That is
No,
fair.
it hasn't been
Yes.
for decades.
Yeah.
U.S. military base in the Nevada
Depends
desert.
on if you've got a comma.
In a
It's top
quest.
secret.
Ooh, now we have oaths and
Top
quests.
secret base.
In a quest to see the aliens. The event titled
See,
It is a quest.
Alien.
the event.
It was given
Okay.
to me by a cat.
The quest. Yes.
the quest
Yes.
event.
The
raid.
event. Actually, the
This
quest
is-
was given
it
to us
is-
by
I
Chuck
think
Norris.
an MMO player.
Quest was given to us
made
by
this
Yes.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, this is a quest. So that's further proof that we are living in a simulation.
Yeah.
People are getting quests. Okay, so the event title.
Completion reward is
Yes.
you get to leave the simulation.
Well, and the event actually has a title. It's called Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
It's kind of wordy.
Have
It's
you
not very
heard
catchy.
of? Yeah. Have you heard of a nuke? I think they
They're not
can.
gonna-
I
Nuke.
don't think they
Area
would nuke
51.
their
I'm
own
just saying.
base.
I'm just saying.
I would have said landmines.
What it should be called is they won't stop all of us. It's not that the government can't
Oh, no,
stop you.
I think they
It's
would
that
be
they
able
won't.
Can't shoot all of us. Just remember that.
to. They've got an army of like trap spiders just around, and then the spiders pop out. And people are like, spiders.
Mutated alien trap spiders.
That sounds terrifying.
That would be the most
Yeah.
horrific thing. Just this like.
Release the spiders.
Imagine just like a 8-foot.
Oh no, what have we
spider.
done?
And that was how the psychic spiders took over the world.
There's a general standing in security, and they're like, "Sir, they've stormed through the gates. Have they have they entered the spider fields yet?" No. Let us see how many make it through.
But then they're like, why does that guy always go like semi-British every time he like releases something? It's like, I don't know. It's weird, right?
That's the interior.
Also, have you noticed his
Interior
tongue does this
Yeah, he-
weird
he-
like?
Have they reached the spider fields yet?
He practices in front of the mirror. That's general.
He's got like a James Bond scar.
in
like
front of the mirror,
Blowfield.
going like, release the spider. No, that's not right.
That's not it.
Release the. Nope. No.
He's sitting in a swivel chair with a cat.
Okay. The event organized on Facebook, woohoo, appears to be a
Now it
tongue-in-cheek
makes sense.
invitation rather than the first signs of a radical civil disobedience movement. This is made clear by the reference to the highly classified military base. Stop calling it that.
Once again, not highly
as the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction. If we Naruto run, that's what they say. That's literally what it says. If we
Naruto run to see them aliens,
this
And
is
we
what
may
the
get past
okay.
the spider fields.
we make it
This-
past the spider.
It gets better. This is what the invitation on the official invitation says. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. True. Let's see them aliens, the invitation says.
I did learn that in the military.
So if you run with your arms behind
But you got to
you,
also make sure serpentine.
Oh yeah, the shortest distance between 2 points is a zigzag pattern.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
learned that at sniper school.
The Naruto run is to run at high speed in the style of, yes, we know.
I like how they're explaining it to
Yeah,
us really
the
quick.
title character in the Japanese anime series Naruto, who runs with his head down and arms behind his back. The event, if it can't be called such, is scheduled for the 20th of September. Wow, they're really planning
wow.
ahead. That's giving the government plenty of time to move everything out.
Yeah. Maybe that is the real trick to this.
They're bringing in an interior
They're
designer,
doing
I
it,
think.
But they actually have people scouting it out
Yeah.
to
Right.
keep watch for trucks leaving.
Yep, and it's
if
going to
it's
be the
not
latest
on the base,
episode of
Top secret.
what is it called?
Not
Love
how
It.
that works either.
I was gonna,
me a second.
I was gonna hope you would just like brush over it and forget what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had a thought, and then it was gone. It was just gone. The mysterious. Actually, no, it wasn't gone. I think they're going to get an interior designer. So
Spruce
to,
up the
spruce
place.
up the place. Like move the vase over there.
You gotta
Okay.
feng shui this
Yeah.
top
It still
secret
smells
equipment.
it still smells like alien in here. You
I
gotta
feel like he's trying to secretly
Yeah.
audition in the middle
Oh
of our
yeah,
show.
I'm a great set designer.
Smells like an alien autopsy in here. We
Yeah.
gotta do something
We
about
gotta
that.
do something about that. Ugh. Yeah, here's an oil diffuser and like put some bleach on the floors. Man,
Bleach the floors.
bleach
That's
the
how you get that alien
floors. Yep,
smell.
that's how you get that alien smell.
Everyone
out.
knows.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Buy the eligible monster alien smell removal kit. that should also be a thing. And
Official eligible monster alien removal kit.
Keep away from children.
yes, keep away from children and alien children. They
Yes.
count too. The mysterious and heavily guarded Area 51 has been at the center of numerous conspiracy theories for decades, with supposed connections to humanoid alien life forms and their supposed spaceships. It featured in the 1996 alien invasion film Independence Day as an alien testing laboratory, but the base's real primary function remains unknown. Top secret. It's an airbase, people. It's
Yes.
literally an airbase.
Yes.
What do you think they're developing there?
Alien
Aliens.
I thought it was submarines.
in a landlocked
Yes,
area.
in a
I like
landlocked
it.
area.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's
Genius.
right in the
No
middle of
one
the
would expect
desert.
it.
That's true, actually.
No one would
It's
expect
actually,
it.
you're right. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. Yeah, and then all those secret tunnels connect to the ocean.
Exactly.
They do. Yeah.
They do.
Why not?
We've cracked the secret.
We cracked the secret.
It was only
Of the
formally
Nevada
recognized.
Submarine Research Facility.
It was only formally recognized as a military base in 2013, following a 2005 Freedom of Information Act request. The perimeter of the base is constantly patrolled by armed security guards, and CCTV and motion sensor cameras are also in use. Signs around the base advise that deadly force is authorized against trespassers. Military aviation website, theaviationist.com,
But don't
spoke to
forget,
a
Can't
local.
stop all of you.
So basically, it's another rundown of Area 51 and what goes on there, and that the 600,000 people signed up to raid the military base is more like it basically is a petition at this point where you sign it, you agree to it, you click something, and then you never think about it again.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll totally do that.
Right.
And then they were like,
Scroll.
Chuck Norris is going to go too. I'm like,
I get
Well,
to
now
meet
I'm
Chuck
showing
Norris.
up, yeah, just to get his autograph.
600,000 people show up
That's
to meet
all
Chuck
it is.
Norris.
Just to meet.
Yeah,
Chuck Norris,
and
Keanu Reeves, and Shaggy.
and Shaggy. Yeah.
I mean, if anybody was going to be able to break into Area 51, I would say it was Chuck Norris and Keanu Reeves.
And Shaggy.
Yeah.
And also, I would watch that movie.
I
It's like
would
a
too.
buddy comp kind of
Yes.
thing. And
That
they're
needs
sneaking
to be
into
a
Area
movie.
51.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would
What
watch
would it be
that.
called?
I don't know.
Sidekick 3. Wasn't there two?
What?
Chuck Norris's movie from like the late 80s.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it was like he gets a sidekick, but he also teaches him to sidekick. It was terrible.
All right,
It was
so-
an
remember that
awful
one.
film.
Yeah.
So basically, like my opinions on Area 51 are that if there is something extraterrestrial happening there, one, it probably happened a long time ago, or it's currently taking
Right.
place. Some other theories also are that Area 51 is the primary location for a real Stargate, and that people like travel the universe through this Stargate. But I honestly, I think if there's anything going on there, it's no longer those things because the area has gotten so much attention.
Right,
I
exactly.
mean, eyes are basically constantly on Area 51.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
like a tourist
It's
attraction.
like a tourist
too.
attraction
Yeah,
at this
like
point.
for
Yeah, yeah.
the, you know,
Hey, and there's
alien,
Area
yeah.
51 way over there.
Yeah.
And instead of the Loch Ness monster, it's aliens.
Sure.
I mean, I think our government can afford another base somewhere that nobody knows about.
That
I
would
am
honestly,
sure
that's
they
my
can.
theory
Yes.
too. Is that if something did happen there, which it's possible that it did, you know, back in like the 40s and
Initially,
50s,
before it had all
yes.
this attention
But
given
had-
to it. Yeah.
But at
Exactly.
this point, as we have stated several times today, Area 51 is not top secret.
No.
It's a well-known location.
Yeah.
You can Wikipedia the
Only
actual
its
grid
contents.
coordinates to it.
The History
Yeah.
Channel has done like
Yes.
12 documentaries
So,
on the place.
if there was something that was done there, or if there is currently extraterrestrial
Yes.
research going on within the U.S. government, it is not being taken place at Area 51 at this
No.
point. It is
No.
definitely somewhere
Yes.
else. It is
Yes.
just like Bilderberg. You're not going to have a top secret meeting
Right.
in a place that everybody knows about.
no.
That's just not how it works.
No.
Do you know if you go on Google Maps and move that little person over it, it turns into a spaceship UFO?
So if you,
I did not
if you,
know that.
if
That
you
is
cross
pretty
the
funny.
perimeter, you become a UFO.
You do. I won't lie.
What do you
though,
think? What do you think?
In
Yeah.
terms of like actual aliens being there, I know I've mentioned Futurama already, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought Futurama had the most kind of realistic when they did their Roswell episode of
Are you
it
talking about
was
the episode where
actually-
they go back in time?
Yes.
And
I am
Fry,
actually
Fry
fully-
becomes his
I
own
am-
grandfather?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
No, but like, I mean, if you think about it, going through time would create a way for an alien to arrive on Earth without it coming through space.
Okay.
Well, they did the same thing
And-
in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Exactly,
It was
like-
aliens went back in time.
Exactly,
From
but
Deep Space Nine
if they
to-
did
yeah.
that, they would also be able to leave without a trace,
Yep.
and we would be able to kind of work off what they had either shown us or left behind
Sure,
when
sure.
they did arrive.
Yeah.
And that would be the only way. Like, I feel like that. I know it's weird to say, but is realistic if we did keep in mind time travel was a possibility.
Sure.
Because, I mean, it does hinge on time travel being a possibility,
Right.
obviously. But
Well, of course.
if it was a possibility, I could see that.
Like if there's
being it.
anybody who's going to figure out time travel, it's going to be the creatures who can move around the universe like freely,
Yeah. Well,
just
and not
at
even
whatever
that.
speed they want.
Imagine if it was humans that created time travel and came back.
That
humans
is a
evolve.
terrible idea. Do not give humans time travel.
Exactly, but humans evolve, and if they get it, let's say 1,000
Yeah.
years in the future, humans have evolved
Right.
by that point.
Which is also
at-
Star.
And if you went
That is
back in
actually the
time-
Star Trek timeline.
Exactly, like if you
in,
went back
in about
in
1,000
time,
years, we
people
invent.
would look at them
yeah.
and go, "You don't look the same as me or anyone that I have
Right.
seen. Therefore, you're alien."
That's actually one of the theories. Yeah, is that extraterrestrials are actually just us observing us in
Yeah.
the past, so that instead of like an archaeologist, instead of just digging up the past,
We actually go back
You just
and
go
look at
there,
it.
look
Yeah,
at it, and
yeah.
observe.
I mean,
yeah.
because imagine if it was Cold War, because it first started during the Cold War, right?
No.
That was
no.
when they.
Oh no.
No. The
19
actual
Was it
original
World War?
Roswell crash was in the 40s. Or
So it was
early
World
50s.
War II.
early.
I've done a lot of research for different things lately.
Was it before or
keep
after
talking.
World War II?
It was technically after.
Because I mean, if you think about it, imagine if someone in the
It was late
future
40s.
knew about if they could go back and
1947,
leave
that's what I
this
thought.
information, they could prevent future wars. I
Well,
mean, like, because that could be
yeah,
a thing.
but-
Like, they came
but-
back and they're like, "Hey,"
But they would change their own time,
they would, and they would disappear,
and they would disappear. So nobody wants to. do that.
or they would have created their own timeline, so
Yep.
they would go back to their separate timeline, and
Yep.
ours would continue in a separate timeline. And
We're
he
going
would have
Marvel,
saved us.
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now we're in Marvel.
Okay, we should wrap this up because we have talked about Area 51 quite a bit.
Time travel hurts my head.
My conclusion about Area 51 is that if it was a location for top secret alien reverse engineering, it no longer is.
Yes, I agree.
It's just a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
I'm sure they still. I mean, it's a functioning facility. People live
probably
there.
does
People work there.
They probably do some
Right.
things there, but it's not extraterrestrial.
But it's not that.
Would be my guess.
But I do think, it is still top secret. The contents of it are top secret for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's wrong of the public to demand that the government be transparent on all levels because you risk security when you do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to just trust that things are secret for a reason sometimes.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to you and those are our closing thoughts.
Honestly, I agree with you. That's
Okay.
I have the exact same
Okay.
thoughts about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's it.
if we're being realistic, that's it.
Time
Okay.
travel.
Thank you for watching this
Witches.
episode. Witches?
Witches. if we're being 100% realistic and scientific about this, it's witches.
It's
Yeah.
witches. Yeah. All right. So thank you for watching this episode of Conspiracy Cast, where we talked about Area 51. Next time, we actually don't know what we're going to talk about next time yet. Maybe there'll be another petition to
Raid the comic historian offices.
No.
no.
As
don't.
we learned from
Someone's
the Shia
gonna do
LaBeouf
that now.
stuff,
Yeah.
where it had the upwards camera of a flag and people figured out
That's
where
true.
it was
Yeah.
based on flights going over it and the wind and
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're
We're not doing
raiding
that.
it.
So
not raiding
you can
here.
find Dan here. Where can they find you, Dan?
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DanTProducer or on Twitch at DanTStreamer.
Andy, where can they find you?
I am on Instagram at ForIamTheAndy.
Yes.
That is all.
And you can find me on YouTube at Film Circuit or right here on, where are we? Tales of Earth. On this show, yeah, wherever this is. And thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Okay.